Hello everybody, welcome back. Gonna continue on with this kitchenette type unit in the van. I thought the best place to start today would be to get this big sheet of plywood out of the way. You know, there's the 1/4 inch one we've used for, we got started with. Then we had this other, this freebie given to me. I think it's 1/2 inch plywood. You know, just in here leaning against the wall. I want to get it out of the way. Go ahead and cut the new countertop out. And you know, it's not finished on one side. That would be nice. You know, it's kind of rough on both sides, and it's used, so it has a couple of screw holes or nails. So I'm picking out the best section I can of it, and later on I'll have to do some sanding and then get some wood putty and kind of, you know, skim it and re-sand it to make it a reasonable top. And you know, it's all going to get painted like the rest of it, but I want to go and get this thing out of the way and go ahead and get it in here and get it installed on there. And I'm going to work on some kind of backing, some kind of backsplash in there. I'm going to build the bottom yet of the shelving unit, so we're going to try to get this together today as best we can. And there it is. That's what we're left with, is a piece that is 25.5 by 54 inches long. That's going to be our new countertop, bench top. Yeah, she's a little rough. So I'm going across it. I'm going to go all around it with the little orbital sander. I already did the bottom side. Kind of go around all the edges, knock any would-be splinters off, and you know, go across it and a few times just to knock down any high spots, smooth it up a bit, make it a little more friendlier to handle. And I'm gonna go ahead and put it in. Well, the plywood was free. And you know what, when sheets of 1/2 inch plywood are going for, you know, $40 plus, and you know, I just probably wouldn't have spent much more. This might have been cheaper because it is rough. It is rough on both sides. If you buy the better quality, you can get it rough on one side but finished on one side. So for projects like this, that would have been ideal, is to buy one finished on one side. That side would have been up, obviously. But yeah, we're gonna keep this all budget friendly as best we can. Probably the difference in money, probably by the time I buy wood putty and skim this like body filler, you know, sand it, I probably wished I would have maybe went ahead and bought it. So, oh well, this is the way we're going. It is getting warm in here already. I'm gonna turn this fan on. Big difference it makes drawing some air through here. It just the air gets stuck back here. It's just hot and everything, and as soon as I turn that on, it just you can just feel it instantly cooling. All right, we need to get this on here. And Bella, you want to come back here? Come on up. You want me to turn you some TV on? I'll work. And oh, how'd this light get on? I must have bumped it. You want me to turn the TV on? Maybe you can watch a western that has some horses and cows and stuff. You're so good. You're such a sweetheart. All right. So I already figured. You know, I pulled this thing out away from the wall further, and so we've made the top a little bit bigger, so it goes the whole way back to the wall. Which side did I have? Okay, just like I have it. So it is definitely going to be bigger. So, and the other 3 edges, yeah, so it's longer that way, so it goes back to the wall. But then I left a 1/2 inch on each end overhang. Feels just about right. 1/2 inch up front. Yeah, that's gonna work good. I'll get this top fit. I don't know what I'm going to do exactly, how I'm going to build this back part, the back and then the bottom of this shelf. That's next. I'm probably going to run a couple of temporary screws in this tabletop and get this figured out. I know the microwave is going to go here, so I don't know much beyond that right now. I'll tell you what though, I like it a whole lot better without that big hole in the middle from my bad idea on the under here. So this will be nice, and it's fine. The new one over top of the old one, you know, because it has some overhang, you really don't even see it, or it's not a thing. I'm liking it. Okay, we are one step further. The idea between buying a 2x3 was this, was something to attach to the wall. That this actually, you know, I put the table against the wall and I scribed the line on the underside of it, and then I fixed that to that line, so this should go right over top of that and be able to put screws in that, and that will cure my wobbly table issue. So, you know, no longer will I have to bungee cord the leg to the leg of the bed to keep to keep this reasonably okay. So this will be fixed good, and then I'm going to put the other half of that on top of this, and I think it will level the wall out. The wall curves away from us as it goes down and then back in, so it's a kind of a shim, bring the bottom out. I'll have something to butt up against and maybe build a backsplash that's not slanted back, that's actually vertical, straight up and down. You can see how that goes. Well, that fixed that. Table don't wobble anymore at all. And I just put 2 screws in it to, I just want to kind of dry fit everything as I go. If I have to, you know, if I mess up or I didn't think of something, I can easily take it back apart. So kind of just, at least this part of it, we'll see. I'm just being cautious, that's all. I don't need any more screw ups like I did yesterday. And all right, let me grab that other 2x3 and I'll show you what I mean, how slanted. I don't know if the camera shows that very well, how this is. Well, I guess it kind of does. Probably even more than a 2x3. Well, we'll see. Let me see what it looks like. Well, here's how close it didn't come. All right, and see, this will show it. That 2x3 was not even close to being enough. See, this hits that wall up here and coming straight down. Even the 2x3 and the 1x3 on its side, that's it's still not, actually probably is enough, because this comes down further. It's not up that high, it's down about here. So this would actually go in a little bit. That's probably too much. I'll probably take that 1x3 out and put a 1x2 in. It'll probably be really close. Yeah, down a little bit, another inch. Yeah, I don't know. It's gonna work out close enough. We'll go with that. And then I started using my head a little bit better, and I thought, why try to do? Why not once I get this board fixed? And did I have the paneling in on the last clip? The bottom of this? I don't remember if I did or not. I've been working for a while. So I get to thinking, why not just, once I get this board established, put a square under here until it touches that, and then bring a board up until it touches this. That makes it perfectly vertical, and then screw it down to the top here. So I've done that. So now I'm gonna have a perfectly vertical backsplash, which I'm starting to work on now. It's coming along. Okay, and there's a lip up here too. The things can't just slide out, you know, can of beans or something, it's not just gonna slide out. All right, let me get back to it here. I did accomplish what I wanted with that 1 2x3. I did want something substantial mounted to the wall, good to mount this, screw this down to. So that was good. I still needed the 2x3. I only needed half of it. So the other piece that I was going to use is reserved. I was hoping to kill 2 birds with 1 stone and figure out a way how to do that and bring that out, and it just didn't work out that way. So I'm doing it this way, and I'm happy with what's going on here. There was a point I realized there's no turning back, that I just started going ahead and putting more screws in and everything, and that's it. It's gonna be built. I'll have to do any little bit of sanding or painting in place. It's not coming back out of there. Everything's fitting, so I went ahead and put the, never mind. There's this, I put 3 uprights between those boards there, and funny thing was, I have this piece of board that just happens to fit that perfectly. If you remember in the last video when I started that piece up there, I wasn't happy with the first cut. Yeah, it was off just a little bit. I just wasn't quite happy with it, so I cut a second piece. And so this piece, the first piece, just happens to fit that back like really nice. I mean, the height is great, but I'm not going to use it. But I'm going to do something else. But I am going to hang on to it, because if I change my mind on what I'm doing, I can just put this over top of it and, you know, just use it anyway. So that's a good piece I'm going to hang on to for now. But let's see what I got going with this. All right, y'all get the idea there. Doesn't quite need one more board, but I'll have to rip it down to size. But I think by the time I put a slight space in between those, so they'll tight up against each other, they're all stacked there. I can just probably shake it and they'd fall down. By the time I put like a little 1/8 inch or 3/16 space between each one, that'll take some of that gap up, where I'll bet one of these 1x2s, I'll sand it down. That might actually be perfect. And that's already cut the 48 inches. Everything up there is 48 inches. So anyway, I'm kind of needing more screws, I think, to finish this part of it up. So I might be kind of at a stopping point for now. Well, the sun's going down fast. We did take a nice break and took care of some other things going on. And I need to get this finished up here this evening. We'll work over a little bit if I need to. I want to get this put back together tonight. I'm going to worry about painting it later. You know, I'm just going to put like the microwave back up and a couple of things. Those baskets for my coffee and some utensils and stuff. Some basics. Somewhere I got to dig out. I do have a paper towel holder, a couple of things, but I'm not going to put that up yet, I don't think. Just throw this up in a shelf. For right now, though, I want to wrap this up, because there's some other things. I might put upper shelves in those two, and I have there's other projects I talked about. So as far as like getting a few more materials like fasteners and thinking about what color paint, you know, what I'm gonna do about that, I'm gonna kind of process that and could use this as it is for a bit. So I want to get this wrapped up. I think I'm gonna almost at a stopping point once those are done, and kind of get this mess cleaned up for now. And we'll do this in chunks. We'll come back later and do some of the other stuff and worry about paint then. But I'm going to get this part finished up. I went ahead and ran the sander over them all again. I did pre-drill all these. Got 3 rows for the 3 uprights in there. These are all pre-drilled, and then run the sander over them. A little bit more. They're not perfect. They're rough cut, and just doctored them up a little bit. They smoothed it a touch, but they certainly still got some marks in them, and that's okay. It gives a character. It'd be nice to stain these maybe, but I'm not gonna. Just gonna paint everything. And I do want to upgrade. I do want to get some decent lighting in here. I think under here, and I put some like under the counter, under the cabinet, LED strip in there. Some other ambient lighting and, you know, area lighting. I don't know. I gotta get something done with the lighting in here. These little things just they really don't cut it in here. So, all right, let me grab those. Okay, I think here's where we're gonna leave it. I got lucky with my coffee pot. I didn't even think about it. It just fits under there. Look, I put my toaster oven, air fryer up here. I don't know if I'll actually use it up here. It just might be storage. Might put it down on the counter to actually use it and then put it away when I'm done. It might have enough ventilation in there. I'm gonna leave this end of the cabinet open for air. I'm just gonna put a strip across there so nothing can slide out that end. I do need to make a little template, probably out of cardboard, and then cut a real piece of wood. I do need to enclose this end in, but again, for right now, I'm gonna put a strip of wood across here, so I can use it and it'll catch it. Nothing will slide and fall out of it. So we'll see. I might get that done sooner rather than later, or if not, whatever. We're getting it usable. You know, the other purpose for this is place to put plates and cups and bowls and a loaf of bread and a bag of chips and that kind of stuff. Maybe some canned goods. Not too many. I don't want to put a ton of weight in this thing, but a few odds and ends. So that's gonna get my pantry, my tote that I put that pantry items in. It's gonna eliminate that, and I'll be able to put stuff up there. Roll paper towels, and I got a somewhere upstairs in the attic. I have a thing. I'll probably attach it under here and have a paper towel dispenser here or somewhere. What else? I still have my compartments for my baskets with some other stuff. Yeah, you can't use it in here. It just fits. It actually rubs a little bit. I might have to sand. There's a lip on there under here. I was gonna put an LED strip under here. It'd be a little bit hidden, so I might sand a little bit off of that. Actually, with two hands, so it doesn't kick. It comes out pretty easily. But so I pull it out, to make coffee, and then when I'm done with it, I'll just push it back in there out of the way. But that's another item that's up off the floor. So the more items that are off the floor, totes, appliances, whatever that's put away up here in this whole area, the better. So I have to put my freezer back in here. I'm not gonna do it with the water bottle yet. That can go anywhere. That can just bounce around at different times. Sometimes I strap it right here in front of the battery thing, kind of by the seat. Other times it's back here behind Bella's seat. That doesn't have to have a fixed place. But I got the freezer back in here. This is all. I'm really happy with it at this point. So yeah, how you like that? How'd it come out? That's pretty all right, huh? All right. And here's another nice thing. It doesn't even get in the way of my TV viewing area position. So it's over there, and it doesn't block it. I was afraid that, let's see, if I put this way over in the corner real far, I was afraid, but I'm never ever that far. Once that end is in, that would get in the way and block it. But now I'm comfortably in my zone. So yeah, I'm liking it. So another day, it's consumed another day. I feel like, somebody that does woodworking could have knocked this whole thing out in a couple hours, and here I am. I got 2 days into it, but it's moving along, and I'm happy. So all this lumber and fasteners, everything I have into it so far, those was like $56. So, and that's $56 that makes me happy and more organized and utilize more of this space in here better. So I'm happy. Anyway, we're gonna leave it at that for now, and call it a night. It's time to go make some dinner. It's 8:17, and I'm hungry, and Bella's good, but anyway, we're going in. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time with the next update, or maybe we'll go somewhere. I don't know, but I'll see you.